going to you making a video today of one that I had promised someone a long time ago that I would make, and I've just never really stopped and done it. And I wanted to share this with you today because this is excellent use in your journals. Some of you already may know about this, and if you do, you don't have to watch it. But some of you have asked by looking at my journals, how do you print your small pictures? I do not have one of the LG Popo printers. I've looked at them, almost bought one, and I know there's a couple of different kinds, but that's just kind of one that comes to my mind right now that prints pictures similar to this. These are 2x2s. This is a 4x4 square, and these are 2x2 pictures. And these are 2x3s. And I don't have a printer, so you're saying, how did you get those? Well, that's what I'm going to share with you, how to do this without purchasing one of those printers. Some of you have them, you love them, and that's great. But I use an app called PicStitch. I have great luck with PicStitch. I'm doing it off of my laptop, but actually when I print the pictures and do it, I'm usually always on my iPhone, but I'm using that to record. PicStitch takes you to, it'll show you all kinds of layouts. All kinds of layouts that you can see, and it just keeps going. You can do, this is the collage pick stick, okay? Collage pick stick. I should have told you that. But as you can see, I've highlighted this one because that's the one I use the most, which gives me 4 pictures here, or the 4 pictures here. Okay? Now, okay, I got a phone call and got interrupted, so let me start back here. Let me think where I was. I had shown you the layouts. Yeah. Okay, this is always the particular layout that I use because, like I said, you can either, we're going to print these pictures from Walgreens. So you can either print a 4x4, which gives you a 2x2, or you can print a 4x6, which gives you 2x3s, which is really good for the pictures that you want to print vertically, you know, if you need them a little bit larger. So, like I said, PicStitch connects with Walgreens, and if you want to do, this is when you print this, unless you tell it differently, this right here is a 4x4. But if you want to do a 4x6, you go right here to where it says aspect. And then if you look, there is all the different options it gives you. You can just print like, you know, regular 4x6, 6x4, but whatever you tell it down here, it's going to be that size, but it's going to be divided by 4 because that's the layout that we have chosen. Now, you'll see 4x4 is not on there, but that's what it prints. If you don't tell it anything and you just pull this layout up on PicStitch and you don't tell it to do any particular aspect, it is going to print a 4x4. And as you can see, I've printed tons of those because I like the 2x2 pictures. I like them. So I do a lot of those too. And the beautiful thing about this is that Walgreens runs all kind of specials on printing. And sometimes you can get like 100 for a certain price, or you can get them down. Normally they run 29 or 39 cents a print. Sometimes they'll run specials where you can get pictures all day long for 10 cents a print. You can't beat that. And that's normally when I do a whole bunch. I save them on my iPhone till then. But this is just like pulling them up on my iPhone. But if you want to do a 4x6 to where your pictures are a little larger, you're going to go down here to where it says aspect. And you're going to pick. And if you want to do them, you've got to decide, you know, what kind of pictures you've got that you want to put on there. If you want it printed upright, or, of course, I didn't bring one But if you've got some smaller ones that you want to print landscape like that, you can. But let's just say we're going to do it that way, that we're not going to do the 4x4 and we're going to do the 4x6, but we want to turn it this way. You see how it automatically turns your print that way? Then all you have to do is tap on here to get a picture. Okay, this is a little different on here. So here's my camera roll, and a little different than I do on my iPhone. But yeah, when I just immediately as I'm tapping them here on the left, and this is a little different than the iPhone, but it's so easy. So I'm just gonna tap these and let you see that. Okay. You can even move it around and space it however you want to on there. So even if it is a big tall picture and you just keep tapping, I mean, till you get the ones that you want on there. That's an older picture there. But then there's your pictures. Now, I guess the aggravating thing, there's two different ways that you can do it when you get ready to order. Walgreens allows you, you're going to come down here to where it says export when you get it the way you want it. You can export one at a time, or you can then just save this to your camera roll. And like I said, I'm dealing a little different here, so bear with me. Export it. When you tell it to export, okay, it comes up. Where do you want to export it to? You can export it to Facebook, to Twitter, Pinterest. You can send it to a message, a messenger, email, or you can save it to your photo album, or you can take it straight to the Walmart Quick Prints. Now, what I do when I have a lot, I save them to my camera roll, and they're going to save just like this. Then I just go in there, and then I go to Walgreens and actually print them off my computer by attaching those. But if you want to do this straight from your computer, you've got one. Now, you remember, we did this a 4x6, so that's what it's going to print out. You just tell it, print it to Walgreens. It's going to come up. It's going to tell you it's going to be a 4x6. You submit it. Oh, it's uploading. Give it just a minute. Like I said, this is a different creature on my iPad. It's going to upload that one picture. Then it's going to, by your location and everything, okay, 39 cents for that one. Okay, next. It says my GPS is disabled. If not, it would pick up I'm going to type in a city here. I guess I need to put a state too. Okay, it says this service is temporarily disabled. But what it's going to do, it's going to pull up a store. You get to choose from your Walgreens the very store that you want it sent to. And you know that's like anything, if you've ever ordered anything like that. So that's the way that you order one at a time. Now, I've done that before, and I've just let it send one at a time, and then I kind of keep up with how many I've gotten. And then when I get there, I'll tell them, I'll say, like, I've got like 10 pictures here, you know, that I did online that I need to pick up. The easiest way that I have found, though, is to save it here to your photo album, and it's saved. Now, you saw it come up, and it just said saved. So then you can go right back and say layout again. If you want to go into that same thing again, start over, yes. And then you're going to tap 4 more pictures and put in there. I'm trying to do this with a... And these are just some things that I had loaded on my iPad. I take all my pictures just about. There again, if you said, oh, I do want these 4 pictures, then you're just going to go right here to where it says export. Export, my friend. And there again, save it to your photo album. Saved. So, that way, when you get through doing everything, you can just go to your pictures. And you can go to your camera roll. And there you'll see that one that we just saved and that one that we just saved. Then you could just go to the Walgreens site. Let's see what that is. But this is very inexpensive. I think the super duper convenience of printing out just one little picture at a time on the Popos and the LG printers and all that is so great. But y'all, when you can get these for 10 cents, I mean, you are getting an amazing deal. And that's the way I'll do lots of times. And I know some of you say, well, I like to have my picture right when I'm journaling. But usually a lot of us are a day, a week or so. But you can see what great quality this is. And if you're like me, you're a month and a half behind. So it gives you a chance, you know, to print some of the others if you want to. And my Walgreens is 1.5 miles from my house. So it's just so easy. And this, like I said, this is a 4x6. But I've gotten where I really like, for my journals, I really like the 4x4s a little bit better. 2x2 just gives you a good square. And then the 4x6, by printing 4 on them, then you get the 2x3s. It gives you that more of that height that you need sometimes. And all 4 of these pictures right here on the left, you can see I needed a little height with them to get the full picture in there. So I've got a lot of catching up to do. But just going to Walgreens will work. I don't want an intro, please. Sorry. Been better. Been better if I'd had this already for y'all. Okay, done. Okay. So all you're going to do right here is go to Photo. Okay. You're going to go to your iPad or your phone. Ask to access your pictures. You're going to say yes. And you're going to go down here. I do have a lot of pictures on here that I need to. But you're going to go right there, select that one, select that one. And if you have 30 collages on there, you can select every one of them. Say print to Walgreens. And there they are. And it's telling you it's going to be a 4x6. But there, you could change it to a 5x7 or an 8x10. But 4x6 is what we chose, okay? So you just go on there. Now this one, because I didn't choose the size a while ago when I was doing it, it did an automatic 4x4. That's what I was telling you. It's automatic. Every time you start over, you've got to tell it if you want a 4x6, because you see right here, 4x4 is what it does automatically. It gave me a 4x6 because I chose it there. So, but a 4x4 is what it's going to give you automatically. And then you can apply a coupon, or you can tell it that you want to edit. But just go to next. And this way, it's going to automatically tell you the Walgreens that are close to you. And so you're going to do that. And then you're just going to pick which one that you want it printed to. And it gives you a summary. It's loading them. And then you can submit your order. So simple. And I know I've moved around. I know I don't have the best setup here to record. But I wanted to go ahead and do that for you and show you that it was so easy. If you have any questions, you can just list them below and I'll answer any questions you have. But normally the right now, and like I said, they run specials all the time, but right now the 4x4s are 39 cents and the 4x6 is 29 cents. And that's on 1 hour. That's on 1 hour printing. So you can even have these just sent to your home if you don't want to pick up. But of course I pick all of mine up because like I said, I go buy it. Every time I leave my house, I go buy it. So you just can't hardly go wrong doing this way with Pick Stitch. So I hope this has helped. And I hope I've made it clear to you. And if I haven't, feel free to ask me any questions below. Talk to you later.